One. Welcome to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. We live. I'm Javon Base the Legacy.
Bruce Beast Move Ballard.
All right. Today's show, we're going to talk a little bit about the Browns, the Cavs, and Ohio State. But before we get into that, we got a quick update. We're going to have a toy drive real soon. We'll have more information this week, mid this week, or the end of this week about the toy drive. So it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be benefiting the families at the Salvation Army homeless shelter downtown Cleveland. And we did events there before, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good change just to see coming back out there and giving kids and seeing kids happy. And for those who don't believe in holidays, and I'm not against whatever you believe in, but you got kids that do believe in holidays. So it's all respect to the kids and seeing them happy on that day.
Well, it's just to help some families out.
Exactly. Bring the spirit. It's a spirit.
Some joy to the kids that who are homeless and dealing with not being at home.
Right. Financial struggles.
But running homeless with the parents, and their parents necessarily can't provide them with Christmas, but just really something to brighten them up, because the kids don't have nothing to do with the religious beliefs.
Nah, nothing to do with it.
But if that can bring a smile to the child, and something positive in the midst of the challenge that they're going through with their families, so be it.
Most definitely, man. I agree 100%. Like you said, the kids are pretty much honest, open-hearted, and they just, they looking at everybody else getting something for Christmas, and like you said, they low in spirit, so that will raise their spirits up. Even though it's probably not a lot to us, it's the world to them. So
yeah, it's up to it'll be up to the parents to say whether they want their child to participate, but we're gonna have it out there for anybody and everybody at a location who wants it.
Most definitely. All right. Cavs 2024 season so far. So they actually beat the Celtics yesterday.
Woo!
Big 43-point fourth quarter to help get that win together. So
yeah,
that was big. Even though we lost to the Hawks twice in a row, it's all good. I mean,
we got the winning streak back on track.
Right. And I think what it was, maybe it ain't, but I thought they was just overlooking that game and just focusing on Boston.
I think
because they didn't play no defense.
It's just a bad matchup.
But they just didn't play. They didn't look assertive though. When they played Boston yesterday, you could kind of see the urgency. It's like when they played the Hawks, it was like they was watching Trae Young play versus playing against him.
So more so, put all your energy out. Okay, we're gonna let these two games slide. I can understand the one game. Why not win the first one?
I get what you're saying.
And then lose the one.
I get what you're saying. I wouldn't want to lose none of these games.
I wouldn't want to.
But it just seemed like they was lackadaisical. Like they didn't give the full effort. Like they was waiting on the Boston game to give their full effort for the Boston game because they had that circled on the calendar.
I thought they didn't have to give such a hearty effort to the Hawks, and they could still beat the Hawks twice and then go into the Celtics.
Yeah, they should have never thought that. This is the NBA, man.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
These guys are professionals at the end of the day. It ain't like you're playing a high school team against the NBA players or something like that. Nah, these are professionals.
A powerhouse Catholic school against a mediocre public school.
Right. So, what do you think about this West Coast trip that we got to take?
We said last week we expect at least 2-2. I think it's going to be tough to go out to the West Coast. It's not beyond them only winning one. They should at least win one. But I think if we win 2, it's pretty successful. So I'm looking for at least 2 wins.
2 out of 4, so about 50%.
Yep.
You can't go on 4. You got at least win 1, but we looking at least to grab 2 minimum. 2 grab 2 minimum. Because what we got, you got the Lakers, Golden State, Denver, and Jazz, right? think it's something like
Is
that.
it the Jazz? I thought someone else.
Or is it?
It was somebody we should be.
We should beat the Jazz.
Jazz and I know
It's some team that we should definitely beat though. I can't remember who it was.
I don't know if it was Sacramento.
That might be a tougher game.
It'd be a tougher game, but we figured that was one of them was a gimme, and the other one.
Well, we got one more. I think we got to play Washington before we go on that West Coast trip.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to play the Wizards, and then we off.
All those all away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we thought, we picked that Wizards. Yeah. We figured we should win that one.
We should beat the Wizards and then start that.
Win one out of those other three.
That little trip. I think.
Because with Denver with Jokic is going to be a good challenge, and then you got Golden State.
Or is that trip later on? I don't know.
I think it's coming up because we're thinking. You're saying you thinking they'll beat the Lakers, and it could possibly be in Denver. I think that's what you said. So you expecting 3-1 last week. I think. I'm thinking of 2-2.
I mean, the way we played these last couple games, I could kind of see a 2-2.
Yeah, I'll be satisfied with 2-2.
So tomorrow. No, we don't start the West Coast trip till later. I kind of figured that's what it was. This after Christmas. That West Coast trip starts.
Really?
Yeah.
So who we got?
So we got the Wizards, Nuggets, and Hornets, and Heat, and Bucks, and Sixers, and Jazz.
All home, Cleveland.
Majority at home.
And on the East Coast.
It's one game away. That's the crazy. 2 games away. I'm sorry. 2 games away and about 6 at home. And then you what?
Then you go.
Yeah. So you.
Kind of early still.
So you got 6 straight at the house. Not 6 straight, but 6 out of the 8 at home.
Yeah.
And then you go after Christmas. We go on that trip on the West Coast. And that trip consists of the Nuggets, the Warriors, Lakers, and Mavericks. That's what it was.
The Mavericks, yeah. Mavericks.
That's still tough.
Well, the Mavericks right now are without their leader.
Luka?
Yeah, Luka's been injured. He may be back by
He
that.
should be back by then.
Yeah.
Back by Christmas.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah, so they get that 4-game skid going into after Christmas, going into the new year. So that's what we looking like. All right, and let's talk about what we came to talk about. Ohio State loses to Michigan. Let's give a moment of silence. All right, so that might be a Ryan Day funeral, I guess. I don't know.
If they don't don't play well in the playoffs.
So it's all or nothing, right? It's a bust, basically. If they don't win.
I think he has to win at least 2 playoff games out of 4.
I think he got to win it all because that Michigan game, only thing that could trump that is winning the national championship. I don't care what nobody say.
Then he wins 2 and he gets to the 3rd game and maybe loses but looks good. He's probably
man. You lost to Michigan. It ain't like Michigan last year where they had some players. You gave Michigan a touchdown first and foremost. Michigan, when you sit down and dissect the game, they didn't do anything spectacular. Just look at the game.
No, they did.
You gave them 7 points. You gave them 7 points. You gave them 7 points at the end of the day. So minus that 7, right? So how many points do they get if you minus that 7 points you gave?
Was it 3?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you gave them a touchdown. You gave them a touchdown.
And you gave them a short field too. For the touchdown.
Yeah, you did. But I'm saying that pick 6, you gave them a touchdown.
Gave them a touchdown. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was almost a pick 6, wasn't it?
Almost.
Yeah, so you might as well say it was a pick 6.
Might as well. I mean, you could blame a lot of people for that. So it's like we don't know, because if Chip Kelly was doing all the calling, horrible. But you're the coach. You okayed it, horrible. Now, who brought in Chip Kelly? Is that the athletic director brought in Chip Kelly? If he brought in Chip Kelly, then he.
So do we blame Chip Kelly or do we blame Day? Because at the end of the day, he's got to make the adjustments, right? I mean, Chip could call the plays.
We already said it. I mean, so we go back to the 4 losses. It's not the same quarterback. It's not the same students.
True that.
It's not the same offensive coordinator.
Nope.
It's the same head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So
sound like another team.
So who's the problem? Yeah, sound like the team in by the lake. So we understand Day's the problem. But how long? I mean, they've known this for years.
So this is 4 years.
You're not going to get rid of. You've lost 4 years straight. I mean, Errol Cooper stayed around for 10 years, so why not let him stay around longer? But I think they should get rid of him and move on. You put in Hardline, or either you're going to bring Grable in.
You did everything in your power. You gave him a Mercedes, Jaguars.
You gave him 5-star
Range Rovers. You did
5-star recruits,
the best cars in the nation.
And you couldn't beat this Volkswagen. They had to walk on.
You ever played spades before?
Yeah.
This picture you have in that hand that he has. He don't know how to play his spades.
People know how to play the hand.
This is like he don't know how to play his hand. Because he had a good hand. He got one of the best hands in the land.
Yeah, but he didn't even throw it deep down the field hard. And definitely didn't give Smith any chance really to make him plays. Nor did he give in Jigma. He threw to mostly the third. Why was he throwing to the number 3 receiver in team?
Number 17?
I didn't understand that.
I didn't understand that.
Why was the game plan that? And then they got smashed up the middle. It didn't work. He kept running up the middle. Then he tried to run outside. That really didn't work. So, but if you throw it down the field to open up the field, that didn't work. So what was it? Is it that Howard had a concussion and he didn't want to put Howard in that situation? But why didn't he take Howard and bring in Brown?
Man,
you couldn't bring in a walk-on quarterback with your 5-star recruit in Brown.
It's a lot of what ifs and could I.
If Brown wasn't capable, then you didn't have another 5-star recruit on the bench to bring in that quarterback at Ohio State.
But it comes back down to the coaching again. I think it just comes down to coaching all the way around. Dave and the offensive coach, offensive coordinator, Chip. So I don't know, man. It still comes down to Dave. So like we said, that's the revolving problem. You got rid of the coordinators, and it's still the same thing.
Let's look at this situation. You had 4th and 1. You get the first down, you keep your drive going. You punt, you put it in their hands, and they can run out the clock. And they could do it in a long drive. You go for it on 4th and 1, don't make it. Now they got a short drive, and you get the ball back early to tie the game. But what did they do? He played not to lose, punted the ball, played conservative, and he done that for the last 4 years.
Too conservative.
So do they really think that he's going to win a national championship being conservative when you got all these other coaches that are going to say, hey, I got to win this thing today.
I'm going for it.
We're going for it. Yeah. And they're playing like there is no tomorrow.
Man, I don't know, man. It's watching that O State game it makes you mad because you see the pieces that you got. We got $20 million worth of players, basically. $20 million. The best in college football. And you come up that short.
Against a school that's all their
names.
All their NFL players went to the pros.
No names.
All the 5-stars left the place, and all they did basically there were 3 and 2 1-star recruits. No names, you're right, no names. And you knew they're going to run the football because that's the only thing they could do. You knew they're going to run the football.
So does it sound like Rocky and Apollo Creed?
At least Rocky had a smart manager.
You're right. They got a smart manager. He beat us twice.
Yeah.
He beat us twice. Harbaugh wasn't there last year.
Assistant coach.
During that game?
An assistant coach beat you twice.
Man, twice. Now that's gonna hurt the recruiting process too, because now Michigan they can steal some
Now
recruits
Michigan,
now
that's right. Now Michigan can go back and steal recruits again.
because they
You
didn't
ain't
beat
all that
Ohio
Ohio
State.
State. That's
Right.
right. Why should guys from Alabama come to way down in the cold and they can stay out there in the warm weather?
And they
Why
can
should
start.
guys from Florida?
And they can start.
That's right. Why should you come from Florida State? All them other schools they transferred to lose to Michigan. You can go to Michigan and
Let's go to
win the
Michigan.
national championship.
Let's build a powerhouse.
Build a powerhouse again. That's right. Beat Ohio State for the next 10 years. Why should you come?
And that's the bad part. Now they can build because they did it without the star players.
Without the star players and did it without a star coach.
Exactly. The program was terrible this year.
Yes. Terrible.
Yeah, they done lost to so many people.
They lost to some bums.
They did. Bums. Lost to some bums. All right. I mean, you got anything else you want to say about this? Because I'm getting irate.
No NFL receivers. He threw to a bunch of tight ends. And guys who probably only ran 4.6.
Possession tight ends.
Possession receivers.
Hey, they possession no speed, no nothing.
Can't make anybody else's team in the Big Ten. I mean the Big Ten, the major schools.
Nah. It was
and
just
he beat you.
It was just terrible to watch us lose that way. It was like watching a great person lose. Like, dang. Why is he losing like this?
Gave up 100 yards to a back. How many 100-yard games did he have all season?
Not that many. That might have been the first one.
Might have been the first one, I think.
What's his name? Mullins?
Sullins or somebody? I never even heard of him. Because all the other backs left.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Real crazy. Y'all let us know what y'all think, man, about the Ohio State game. If y'all watched it. If y'all didn't watch it, I don't blame y'all. Y'all probably turned it off. Because it shouldn't have came down to the fourth quarter and trying to win that game.
But you knew your quarterback had a concussion, was playing with a partial concussion. We saw how he got hit. And you took him out the game. Brown was ready to go. Then you took him out the game and brought in your quarterback with a concussion. Then he took another hit and let him stay in the game. So you telling me you think he was in his right frame of mind?
Probably would, most likely.
There's no way he was. And you let him still play.
Yeah, I don't get that. And like you said, man, he was laid out. I understand how he came back.
He was laid out for a while. And you let him come.
He was laid out for a commercial break.
You had to send him to and be evaluated, and you let him come back in the game and play in a major game. And didn't he never threw right. He hardly threw the ball, and he didn't really throw the ball. He threw in the coverage almost every time he threw it. Sometimes, so that tells you something was wrong. But you let him play the whole second half, and you didn't score the second half.
And normally we make the best adjustments at halftime. Normally. Because you see, every time we come back for half, we'll score 25 points, 21 points, 30 points. Like, okay, they made the adjustment. This time it's like, what happened? Y'all couldn't make no adjustments?
He made no adjustments.
And then we get the best receiver, and we did not use him.
Not only the best receiver, we got one of the best receiving cores in college football. And we didn't use.
You just threw it to him twice out of all those times.
What was the longest pass we had down the field all game?
Man,
we didn't stretch it at all.
They didn't move him around.
You knew they knew he wasn't in a position to throw deep. So why did you not take him out and bring in Brown? You afraid you couldn't win with Brown over these teams?
Changing routes up or something, because it was just you knew they was gonna double team our best receiver. And let's be real, down the field, you knew they was gonna double team him. So somebody should have been open somewhere else. Just think about it. They was double teaming our guy. And then, for him to have a blockbuster game. I mean, he had a good game, but he should have been better than that.
Hey, no, they didn't try one trick play. They didn't try not one time. No reverses, no double reverses, no flea flickers, nothing.
And why are we throwing from we at the 5-yard line trying to throw it?
That's another thing. Yes, your quarterback is suffering from a concussion, and you have him throwing from your end zone.
Man,
That was the game right there.
that was. You gave them. Look, they didn't. Michigan
They
didn't.
couldn't move the ball all game.
They haven't done nothing offensively all game, man. They were just hanging around.
They're waiting for you to throw at your end zone, and you did with a quarterback who had a concussion.
They was waiting for the biggest mistakes, and that's exactly what they was waiting for.
What a bone! Who does that? Your defense punts it out, and your defense holds you, or you get rid of your quarterback, sit him down, and you cut a win with a quarterback that. So you should have 2-3 quarterbacks on the bench that could have came in and beat Michigan. Walk-on quarterback.
Let me change the subject, man, before I get my blood pressure up. Browns.
Say no more.
Browns. So the Browns did beat the Pittsburgh Steelers last time
they played. Nice 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah. So they last game Thursday night football game. So the Browns had a plenty of rest going to the Mile High Stadium, where they just don't do good at. So we got Browns versus Broncos. We can get these predictions real quick and then talk about the game, and then we out of here. What's your prediction? You got Bo Nix, you got Sutton. They've been on fire together. They running game ain't been so good with Javonte Williams, but they passing game with Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix, and I'm not a Broncos fan, but I do like Bo Nix. I think he's playing good football at this point. And Sutton is actually turning the right way at this point. Broncos are poised to maybe make the playoffs if they win this game. It'll be 8 wins, I think. A silent 8 wins.
I think this is a big asking for the Browns to win this because, like you said, history is not on their side.
Nah.
The way they've been playing all year is not on the side. Bipolar, and they're going out there to Mile High. The air is hard to breathe, and
I think Bo Nix is gonna do something crazy today. And I hate to say this.
Well, we're facing the number 1 defense in sacks. And this line is still hurt. It don't look good, but I mean, Cleveland surprised everybody. However, I don't want to jinx, but I don't think this is going to be 2 in a row.
So, what's your prediction?
I see Denver winning by 8.
Just a flat, no score, just 8.
28-20.
28. Wow. 28-20. Wow. Denver, right?
Yeah.
All right. So 28-20 Denver. All right. Mile High. We haven't won there in so many years. I think Russell Wilson torched us last time we played there.
Yeah.
Our running game, our line is a suspect. Defense could do good, but I don't think so. But I'm gonna go with Browns. No, I'm gonna say Broncos gonna win for sure. 27 to 17.
Now it's supposed to be like 50 degrees. Or 30 is supposed to be about 50 degrees.
50 degrees.
50,
I thought it was snowing in Denver.
39? Not supposed to be, maybe 39 degrees. I think about 39 degrees.
Well, who knows?
Could be more scoring than we think, but I doubt it. I'm gonna stick with my 28-20.
28-20, and I got 27-17.
Yeah, Bo Nix playing really well.
Yeah, he actually is playing very well, like you said.
I haven't heard much about the running game, but
yeah, Javonte and then McGoughlin, whatever his name is, but the passing game is there. So I want the Browns to win though. Don't get it twisted. But I'm being a realist. I want the Browns to win, but I don't see us winning this game.
I want the Browns to win.
If we was at home, I would say technically we got a chance. A chance at home. On the road, it's like I just don't feel it like we're gonna win.
I don't see there's no real benefit to win.
There is no benefit. Elway don't play for no more.
There's no benefit for the Browns.
If John Elway was playing, it might be a benefit.
I mean, there's a lot of bad teams, so now you're gonna be better than these bad teams, and because a lot of these teams are gonna finish maybe with 4 wins, and where's you gonna go and try to get 5 wins and blow your position? What's the benefit?
A lot of these teams don't need quarterbacks. They need
pieces.
They need receivers.
Well, Bryce Young's starting to play well, so they need receivers.
Yeah, they need weapons. They need weapons.
So the question is now, of course, would the Jets want to go quarterback? Would the Giants go quarterback? Evidently, they dropped all their quarterbacks now. So
would the Browns go quarterback?
That's going to. And who was Jacksonville?
We need a number one receiver though.
Quarterback. Yeah, we need a receiver.
No, they're not giving up.
No more. You don't think they're gonna give up on Lawrence?
They need some more pieces. They need some more receivers too. They got the running back.
This ain't a receiver heavy draft. I mean, there's gonna be some out there, but this is not a receiver heavy draft.
Yeah, it's not.
So who knows what this draft is, but Browns need a receiver, definitely need a playmaker. So why not go after
Colorado?
Hunter in Colorado, that's right.
He's the hottest player right now, as far as receiver wise.
And the kid from Arizona State.
Yeah.
You're talking about,
and then with Ohio State and
Jigba.
And
Ibuka. Yeah,
Jigba's in Seattle.
He's in Seattle, yeah. Ibuka. Then there's some other guys, but so it doesn't seem like it behooves me to win this tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely see. All right, y'all. Before we go up out of here, make sure you, like I said, we check the Browns out and see if we get our predictions right or wrong, and then we'll talk about it next Monday.
Next week is Pittsburgh again.
That's right, Pittsburgh again. So before we go, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, everybody for their support for the movie, the book, the drives, whatever we got going. Thanks for the support. We appreciate y'all, and we're glad that y'all had a safe holiday. If you're watching this because you're live, and plenty of more blessings to you and your families as well. So we'll have the information for the toy drive, book signing, children's book signing information. Don't want to give out too much, but check out jblegacyfilms.com, jblegacyfilms.com, and we'll have that information on there as well, or tegmedia.org. Anything else you need to say?
Yeah, so we want to wish everybody happy holidays coming up, and appreciate all your support. And you can support us with this book online. So if you're unable to make the book signing that's coming up in the holiday toy drive, you still support us online. So we appreciate it again, and have a great evening. Go Browns.
Go Browns, baby. Be safe,
stay warm.
Man. Definitely stay warm. It's cold out there, man. It's definitely cold. Definitely cold. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in a little bit. They got resume. Okay. We'll see y'all next Monday.
I forgot. Go Cavs too.
Cavs, Browns, and anybody else. All right.
Stay.
Deuce.